interest, just interest, and a little bit of time and dedication, of course. Merhaba and namaste from Istanbul. I'm Upasana and welcome back to my channel. In the last series of ABC of Turkish with Upasana, we discussed the Turkish alphabet, and now today we are going to start with the very basics of how to greet each other in Turkish when you see someone or get introduced for the first time. And I'm excited, hope you are too. Don't forget that pen and paper with you. Merhaba is hello in Turkish. So that's the first word you need to learn in the Turkish language. I'm sure most of you enthusiasts of the Turkish language already know that, but again, let's not get ahead of ourselves and start from the basics. So, how to say hello in Turkish? Merhaba. You don't necessarily have to wave, you just say merhaba, merhaba. So it goes like this. You see the person, if for the first time or not, maybe your friends, doesn't matter, you're at a shop, anywhere, just anywhere. If you want to say hello, you just say merhaba, and the other person also responds with a merhaba. So merhaba is how you say hello in Turkish. After the exchange of the hellos or the merhabas, you would normally say how are you. So in Turkish, how are you is nasılsın. Nasılsın. Not nasilsin, but nasılsın. It means how are you. And if you're in a formal conversation, you wouldn't say nasılsın, you would say nasılsınız. Nasılsınız, which is a more formal way if you're saying it to a senior or somebody who's older in age than you are. And also, it's also used for the plural form of you. So, nasılsınız, if I say this to you guys, it means how are you guys? How are you all? Nasılsınız. See, it's easy, it's not that hard, right? Now, of course, in your first conversations, it's very normal to ask the other person's name. So that is one of the most important things to learn. What is your name in Turkish? Senin adın ne? Senin adın ne? Benim adım Upasana. Benim adım, whatever your name is. Benim adım Upasana. Now, it's again an informal way of asking what is your name and my name is this. So if you're in a formal conversation, you would need to modify it to adınız ne or sizin adınız ne. But we'll get into those details of formal and informal later on. For now, let's keep it to the basic level. So, once again, adınız ne is what is your name in a more formal environment. But in an informal way, it is adın ne or senin adın ne. Are we on track? Following me? Hope you are. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. After you've been introduced to each other, the normal reaction would be nice to meet you. So, nice to meet you in Turkish is memnun oldum. Memnun oldum. Memnun oldum. Memnun oldum. Are you repeating after me? And the response would be ben de. Ben de. Me too. Or you can even put in a longer sentence saying ben de memnun oldum. Ben de memnun oldum. I'm pleased to meet you too. So that's how you get introduced in Turkish to somebody who you have just met. Now moving on to the next thing, which would be, I should have made notes. Okay, yes. The greetings, which is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, things like that. So let's start with good morning. Good morning in Turkish is günaydın. Günaydın. Günaydın. Günaydın. And in response, you would say the same. If somebody says günaydın, you also say günaydın. Next comes good afternoon. Good afternoon is a slightly modified version of günaydın, which is tünaydın. Tünaydın. I always found it a funny word for some reason, I don't know. Günaydın and tünaydın. Good morning and good afternoon. Now coming to good evening. Good evening is iyi akşamlar. İyi İyi akşamlar. İyi akşamlar. Good night is iyi geceler. İyi geceler, which is good night. Now that we've covered that, let's move on to how to say see you or goodbye in Turkish. In Turkish, there are a couple of ways you can say that. The most popular one is hoşça kal, hoşça kal, and then there is görüşürüz, görüşürüz, görüşürüz, and then there's also güle güle, güle güle. And these are the most common forms of saying goodbye in Turkish. Hoşça kal, hoşça kal. I love that song called Hoşça kal. Check it out. I'll put the link below. It just came to my mind out of nowhere. Actually, not out of nowhere. I just said hoşça kal in the goodbye explanations. I digress a lot. I should return to the topic. There's another way of saying goodbye, which is görüşmek üzere. Görüşmek üzere. Görüşmek üzere. Not üzere, it's üzere, and not görüşmek, it's görüşmek üzere. Görüşmek üzere. This is funny me teaching Turkish actually, but never mind. I'm going to help you guys to learn Turkish either way. Also, some of the other basic things that you need to know in Turkish is how to say thank you and welcome. Thank you, I bet a lot of you know it already. Thank you is teşekkür ederim. Teşekkür ederim. And welcome, or don't mention it, is rica ederim. Rica ederim. Or you can just say önemli değil. Önemli değil means it's not important. Also, when somebody comes to your house in Turkey, or if you go anywhere and you're being expected there and you enter, you're greeted with a welcome, which in Turkish is hoş geldin. Hoş geldin. Or in a more formal way, hoş geldiniz. Hoş geldiniz. Welcome. So, what have we covered so far today? We have done... What have we done? I asked you to take notes, whereas I myself haven't taken any notes of what I've been rambling on about. So I guess we've done merhaba, hello, how are you, nice to meet you, and then we've moved on to the greetings of the day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and how to say goodbye. So until the next class, I'm calling this a class, whatever you want to call it, guys, before the next lesson, I expect that you will revise on all of these, and then we'll proceed to the next topic, which would be the days of the week and the numbers in Turkish. So hope this was fun and worth learning. Worth learning? Worth watching. Worth watching. Hope you have learned something. And since we're in the spirit of the new year, let me tell you how to wish Happy New Year in Turkish. Mutlu yıllar. Mutlu yıllar. Mutlu yıllar. I look like a crazy person talking to the camera on my own. It's a new year, it's a new year. I'm so excited about this year. I hope it brings all of us joy and the chance to catch up with family and friends more than ever. Well, there you go, guys. This was the second episode of ABC of Turkish with Upasana, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and comment if it was useful for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye!